Hey folks, welcome back for yet another build video. This time around we are looking at protection from elites, which is something we've done before, but with the introduction of the NinjaBike Messenger Bag, we have unlocked a whole host of new build combinations, and so we're going to revisit some old builds here. Today we are revisiting the protection from elites build that we put together specifically for targeting hunters. So I will put the link to the original video in the description. Please check that out if you want a more detailed explanation of specific pieces of gear here. I'm not going to go through and belabor the point on why I went with gear that stayed consistent between that build and this one. Rather, I'm going to spend the time talking about the pieces that changed, why they changed, and how I think it'll impact the build moving forward. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the build here. Same as before, we've got the survivalist specialization, specifically for the plus 10% protection from elites. All of our weapons have remained the same. We've got the Scorpio for our primary, Emmeline's Guard for our secondary, and the TDI card custom for our sidearm. Our mask remains the Chill Out mask, but as you can see now with the NinjaBike Messenger Bag, we are getting the first and second brand bonuses for Gila Guard here, so we get 5% total armor and 10% health. Honestly, if you're getting down to your health, you're probably in deep shit anyway, but if you're not, maybe you'll be thanking that 10% health. For our backpack, we have switched it up here. So the main reason I looked at this build as one that could be improved by the NinjaBike Messenger Bag was because the backpack talent we had on previously was Adrenaline Rush. A great talent, but you know what's as good as or even better than bonus armor? Actual armor of the same or greater amount. So previously on that build we had 1.1 million armor and we were getting 20% bonus armor for 5 seconds whenever we were within 10 meters of an enemy. And as the math works out, you're really looking at around 1.3, 1.4 million armor when you add the basic armor and the bonus armor from Adrenaline Rush. And as you can see now with the upgrades we've made to this build, you're getting 1.6 million in armor, and remember that is not dependent on being within 10 meters of your enemy, but that is probably something you're going to be doing, which is why another improvement to this build by adding the NinjaBike Messenger Bag is we're adding an armor core and a skill tier here in the backpack slot, buffing our shield, making it even better when we have access to it, which coupled with the way that we use the Scorpio going after hunters, you'll have far more often than you won't. In the mod slot here, we've gone with that 12% protection from elites. If you have 13s, great for you. Otherwise, go with the highest number you got. For the chest piece, we remained exactly the same. 0 Fs. Get that perfectly unbreakable. If you have a better piece than me, go crit hit chance and crit hit damage. Otherwise, put some crit hit chance in there and go with what you got. And as you can see there, we're also getting the second brand bonus of 5% total armor, buffing that overall armor number even higher. And for our gloves, we have the contractor's gloves, no change here, except for the fact that we're now getting plus 10% weapon handling, which, as I've talked about in other videos, is an undervalued attribute. It is a great way to get a multitude of improvements on your weapon builds. Specifically here, the reload time is going to be lower with increased weapon handling, so it's going to increase the amount of rounds you can put out. Other than that, we're still rocking that 8% damage to armor and crit hit damage in the attribute slots. And now we get into the changes. So previously we had an improvised piece here. We've swapped that out for Picaro's holster. I am falling in love with the NinjaBike Messenger Bag and Picaro's holster combo. You're going to get 6 core attributes out of 2 gear pieces. Really great way to get some additional cores. Specifically here, the way the numbers work out, the previous build was a 2 armor core, 4 weapon core build. Now we are rocking 4 armor cores, 4 weapon cores, and 2 skill tiers. It means you've got a 6-tier shield and a tier 2 riot foam. And then because we swapped the improvised piece on the holster to Picaro's holster, we have gone with an improvised knee pads here instead to give us that additional mod slot to add 12% more protection from elites, getting this build all the way up to 70%. And for those of you who don't know, this is available at the crafting bench for you to make for yourself. Your fate is in the hands of the random number generator. I wish you the best of luck. For our skills, I have been convinced the Riot Foam is a better all-around use case here going against hunters than the Revive Hive. But I think it remains that this first skill slot is going to be much more situational. You've got Riot Foam, you've got the Revive Hive, you also have the various shock and shrapnel traps. Depending on which hunter set you're going up against, different skills here are going to benefit you, and obviously it is also dependent on your personal playstyle. But for the second skill, we've gone with the Crusader Ballistic Shield. No change to the skill itself from the original build, but what the big change is there is previously we were rocking only a tier 2 shield. Now we have a tier 6 shield. You can see down there between the skill tiers and the armor cores, we've got all 6 of them. That means the shield is going to last a lot longer unless it gets disrupted, which is what you're going to use your Scorpio and Riot Foam for. Make sure they can't press that button, disrupt your skills, keep your shield out, take them down. So like I said, a little bit of a quicker one here. Didn't want to belabor the point on gear pieces that didn't change. Like I said, if you want detailed explanations of why I chose those pieces, please feel free to go back to the video linked in the description below and the tag above. But otherwise, thank you as always for watching. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one.